Yo, what is up, everyone? This is Dries, and believe it or not, this could be my draft analysis for MMC, the Wi-Fi season this time. So yeah, I got peer pressured into getting a microphone to actually have commentary on my videos instead of the very lazy porting and just uploading the gameplay. So yeah, here I am. I'm very poor after purchasing this very expensive, definitely not cheapest on the market mic. And this is my draft analysis for MMC Season 1 Wi Fi, or I think it's Season 4 in general. So we have 14 coaches, and I was 11th out of 14, which is decent. I only had one I really wanted, and it's a round 2 month, so late round 1 and then an early round 2 pick was very ideal for me. But I had a plan, and 11 out of 14 was not the ideal situation for the months I wanted to surround my round 2 month with. That being said, I knew I wanted Corviknight. Spoiler alert, I got Corviknight. And I knew I wanted Corviknight and a really good ground type, preferably one that also could rapid spin. So you could hear think, yeah, that's Great Tusk. And it actually is Great Tusk. Somehow it made it to me, 11 out of 14. I was very happy with it. Kratos offers me a very strong, physically bulky, and physically offensive ground type, which also covers the fighting type attacks, has knockoff, has ice spinner, super soul slam as well, I think. Yeah, temper flare too. So it's a really good one, and it has the rapid spin, so Corviknight doesn't have to defog every time. I was very happy with the Great Tusk. It's a mod I've always wanted to use, and it's a pain to play against. And I think this thing could be very important for me. So round 2, I got Corviknight like I wanted. Corviknight is one of my favorite mons. It's by far my favorite Gen 8 mon. I think it might be my fourth favorite overall. Could be third, could be second. It depends. It's such a cool mon. I got most linked to competitive in Gen 8, and that was because of Corviknight. It's physically defense. It's physically defensive. It's so insanely good. Has U-turn, has defog, roost, iron defense, body press, bulk up, even agility and power trip. It's quite insane. I always try to get one of my favorite mons of all time on my draft teams, so I'm very happy to have Corviknight. And Corviknight plus Great Tusk is an insane way to remove hazards. So for my round 3 pick, I kinda wanted a good dark type. And before the draft, I was like, yeah, so a Weavile would be great, but I don't know if I'll get it. It just depends what's going to be available. Greninja, but that also went round 2, I think. Darkrai went round 1. So let's see which dark types there actually are. So King Gambit was still there, but I have a Corviknight. Roaring Moon I wanted, but went round 1. Samurott Hisui I love, went round 1. Ting Lu doesn't really fit with my Great Tusk. Yeah, Meowscarada would be insane, but like late round 3. Chiyu was still there. Shifu went round 1, I think. So yeah, it was starting to look like Weavile, maybe Hydreigon, but no. Some way, Meowscarada made it to me round 3, being 11th out of 14 picks. So I think quick math, that's 20, 32 picks. Meowscarada, the 33rd pick overall. I don't know what this league was thinking, but I'll happily take it. Meowscarada gives me the dark type I wanted. It's a second knockoff user, it's a second U-turn user. And like, look at these stats. Look at Protein. Look at this incredible move pool. I'm very excited for it. Fun fact, I've lost 2 final games, and both of them were to Meowscarada, so that's great. So I'm hoping it's on my side this time and doesn't ruin me or my season. The one time I don't have a problem with Neoscorala is when I had Corviknight, so I'm happy I have both. So then you think, after my insane team, it can get better than this, right? But it definitely could. Round 4, believe it or not, I am not joking. They'll have Gliscor. And I don't need Gliscor, because I already have a ground type. It also has Stout Rocks. Your Scarada gets T-Spikes, gets regular spikes. I already have 2 U-turners. I already have 2 knockoff users. I already have an EQ user. But it's Gliscor. And I didn't want it to go with anyone else. And like Corviknight, it's one of my favorite ones overall. I think it's just below Corviknight, and it's just my comfort one. So yeah, I said it before in the draft as well. Gliscor is never on the plan, but then it sits for way too long on the board, and it becomes the plan. I told Zero I was taking Gliscor if it came to me round 4. I told Meep I was taking Gliscor. Meep was right behind me as well in the draft. He didn't want Gliscor. Somehow he went for Hyperior. I told him, if you don't take Gliscor, it's going to be on my team. Well, it's on my team. It's another physically defensive one. It's another pivoter. It's another hazard setter. It's another U-turner. It's Gliscor. We love Gliscor. Vinny cannot try and convince me it's a bad one or it's an annoying one. This thing is so fun. It's cute. I'm going to sweep people with it. I would sweep, I kinda mean Toxic Stall, but it can sweep if I want to as well. Gliscor is the only one of the 4 months so far that wasn't on my plan, but like I said before, I make it the plan. So, the one I actually wanted to get round 4, but I decided not to get, because Gliscor was still there, was Slowking. Luckily for me, Slowking made it to round 5, so I picked it up as well. Slowking is another pivoter, but this time with chilly reception. And most importantly for me, it's an Ice Beam switching. Because look at my team. It doesn't like Ice Beam. It's also a Surf switching. Because look at my team. It doesn't like Surf. And Nomius Corral is not a switch into a Surf. It also offers me my favorite move, Thunderwave. But it also has Future Sight. I think it has Scald. Yeah, it has Scald. It could be a Calm Mind Sweeper. Could be an AV user. Slugging is just a good one, and it's very important for me to get it because I have physical defense, and I kind of physical defense, of course. I kind of need some special defense, and I love my pivoting moves. It's a regenerator, man. I think it's going to be really strong. Now you're looking at my team, and you're probably thinking, yeah, it's very bulky. Muscarada is very offensive. Great Dusk can be. You kind of need more offense. To that I say, no, I don't. Blissey round 6. Yeah, yeah, I know. My team is fat, and Blissey is also fat. So I might not need it, but I wanted it. Look, even though Meowscarada is a dark type, it's also not one of the mons you want to deal with when your opponents have a Spectrier or a Dragapult. Blissey, on the other hand, is the one I want to deal with when my opponent has a Spectrier or the Dragapult. And if it's a physical Dragapult, I have a Corviknight, so it's fine. Blissey also offers me Stealth Rock, which is important, so Great Tusk doesn't have to be locked into Stealth Rock, or Gliscor can be something else, or I don't have to bring both of them. But the main reason I wanted Blissey, bar its insane HP and special defense, is Heal Well. Okay, it looks weird with Gliscor, but that's also part of the fun. I can promise you I will, this season, get my Gliscor get knocked off when it's already poisoned, then I'll click Heal Well, and I will regret all my life decisions. That will happen. But it helps against Will-O-Wisp, Thunderwave. Also helps against Toxic on Great Tusk or on Slowking. Helps against T-Spikes if I don't bring my grounded poison type. That being said, Blissey also gets Healing Wish if I need to. It gets Calm Mind. It actually has a good move pool as well. Like, you'd be surprised how much damage Blissey can do. And I'm only partially joking with that statement. I'm looking forward to using it. Gets trick as well, I just see. Yeah. I think Blissey will do his homework. Next up, though, I'm going to delete Blissey here. I did need some offense. Like, I have so much fat, but my speed is Neoscarada, and that stops. So I was looking, yeah, I kind of need a special breaker, a special nuke preferably. And looking at special nukes, I kind of want a Chandelure, but that thing got sniped from me, which was sad. So I looked for budget Chandelure, and that is Typhlosion Hisui. That's also my first Terra Captain. I love Frisk. And what's Typhlosion going to do? Not Earthquake. Eruption. What else does it have? Nothing. It has Eruption. That's all it needs. Jokes aside, it has Shadow Ball. I also realized it doesn't have Scorching Sands like the regular Typhlosion does, which is kinda sad. Like, its move pool is shit, but what do you need other than Terra Fire Eruption? It also has Terra Blast, which I can use, so I've decided on Terra Fire for Eruption. Terra Fairy, because who doesn't like Terra Fairy? And Terra Ground. Oh, excuse me. I went for Terra Grass, not Terra Ground. I changed it. I went for Terra Grass because Fire and Grass is kind of nice together, those moves. Plus, it's a good defensive typing against water types, which are otherwise an issue for Typhlosion, or for ground types, which are otherwise an issue for Typhlosion. So I think it will be fine. But this is basically choice specs, eruption, each week. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And it's a bit more offense. Going to delete Slowking this time. Okay, so for my next pick, now I have Typhlosion. I have enough offense, right? I took Screamtail. Look, I can't help it, I like my fat mons, okay? It's Wish Passer, also gets Stealth Rock. Plus, it's actually very fast. Kind of fixes my speed gap between Meow and Typhlosion slash Gliscor. I know Zero disagrees, but it fixes my speed here, and he will not convince me otherwise. I'm stubborn like this. It has Encore, which I really like. Encore is one of those moves. It's a certified Trees move, to be honest. Setup sweep all you want, as long as it's not Dragon Dance or Quiver Dance. But even then, the Dragon Dancer, I just run boosted energy, speed, encore it, and it's fine. So yeah, I think Screamtail will help me. It's also a fairy type, which I still needed on my team. It's another rocker, so I'm very good with that. I have a Screamtail, I have a Gliscor, I have a Greatusk, I have a Blissey, but I deleted that. So I think Screamtail will do fine. Its move pool is good offensively. Its stats are less good offensively, but it will work sometimes an offensive set. I have my ideas for it. Think I'm going to like it. After Screamtail, I took my favorite pick of the entire draft that isn't Corviknight. I took Terra Glacium. Yeah, Snowcloak is sadly banned with my Chili Reception and Slowking, but Ice Body is fun. This is also my second Terra Captain. I chose Terra Ice because I had to. Terra Fairy because who doesn't like to become a Sylveon. And Terra Water because who doesn't like to become a Vaporeon. This thing gets Calm Mind, this thing gets Wish like the other evolution. So if I go Terra Fairy or Terra Water, I can be a Wish Passer. It gets Freeze Dry, which is just one of my favorite moves in the game. I can Blizzard Spam if I have Chilly Slowking. It gets Stab Alluring Voice if I go Terra Fairy. It has Shadow Ball, it has Baton Pass, it even has Roar. It has Weather Ball for if I want to run Weather Ball Ice instead of Blizzard because I'm a funny guy. I'm excited for Glaceon. Its stats are also really good. It's very underrated. I just want to use it. Like, I know I could have gotten a Beartic or an Alolan Sandslash to be a Slush Rusher with my Slowking. I wanted Glaceon. I'm going to use Glaceon. And if it fails, well, then it fails. But I want Glaceon. So that's mon number 9. We needed 10 months minimum, and I've spent quite a few points so far. The greatest was 17, 15, 17. Gliscor was 16. Slowking was 15. Blissey was 8. 7, 12, 4. I think I have 4 points left. And we have 15 Terra points. I forgot to mention that, only for low tiers. So Glaceon is my. You can have 3 Terra caps, by the way. 15 and under, so you could do 9 plus 6, or you could do 9 plus 5 plus 1, or like any combination as long as it's 9 and under, that adds up to 15 with maximum 3 months. So my Glaceon is 4 out of 15, my Typhlosion is 7 out of 15, so that's 11 out of 15 left. 11 out of 15, so 4 points left. So I looked at the 4 pointers. There wasn't really anything that tickled my fancy. Looking at my team, I also still lack a Dragon type, and I still lack a Poison type, and sadly for me, Dragology is not 4 points. So I decided to fix it the Dris way. For 3 points, I took Terra Diplin with Terra Dragon, Terra Fairy, because I'm a fraud, I like Terra Fairy, and I think Terra Water too. Let me quickly check. Cow. Let me quickly check. Terra Fairy. Yeah, Terra Fairy on my Diplin. Spoiler alert, you didn't see that. Terra Water on my Diplin. Honestly, this thing is so much more fat than you think it'd be. I've done calcs with it against one of the main threats. I'm not going to say which one. And it's hilarious. With an Eviolite, I like sticky hold so you never get rid of my Eviolite. It's such a dumb one. Genuinely, you have no idea. It's sad it doesn't get leech feed, because Game Freak knew what they're doing. But it gets recover, it gets Dragon Tail to get rid of setup sweepers. There's Draco, because it's actually not that passive with 95 base special attack. It actually hits quite a fair bit. It gets Reflect. Okay, its move pool is shit, but it's a very bulky dragon. It gets Rollout. Shout out to Milk. It gets Rollout. I think Diplin will have its use. Gives me my Dragon type, and it's one of those counter picks, and it's also not one of my fat ones. My goal is to be the fattest team in the league. I think I have that, because for my last pick, the 1 pointer, you may remember I said I only have 1 point remaining, and I still need a poison type. Well, Marini the goes. Record with stroking, very strong regenerator core. Look at these stats. All jokes aside, with Eviolite, it's actually quite decent. I've won quite a few months with this thing that it shouldn't have before in other leagues. It's baby Toxapex. It has T-Spikes, it has Recover. It doesn't have Scald and Knockoff anymore like Toxapex, but it has Haze. It has Pain Split for some reason. Look, it's a cheap 1 pointer, and I think it actually will come to some games. People might say it's just a Marini he's never going to bring in, but if they don't prepare for it, I think it might become a problem. So that's my team. Let me get my. So here's my prep doc. So these are the points: 17 for Tusk, 15 Corviknight, 17 Meow, 16 Gliscor, 15 Slowking, 8 Blissey. Can we just read the rest? My speed tiers are quite a meme, but Screamtail actually fixes it. Before Grace, I didn't have Screamtail, and my speed tiers were even worse. It just went Meow to Gliscor, which is funny. But yeah, I do have some weaknesses to Flying, Frog, Ghost. But am I really weak to Ghost when I have a Blissey? I am weak to Flying, sure, but I have a Corviknight. My Diplin will tear out of its grass typing every time I bring it. I have a Glaceon to new flying types. I am weak to Staltrock. Oh no, I have a Greatest kind of Corviknight. I think I'll be fine. My hazard game is insane. I have 4 Rockers, 2 Spikers, 3 T-Spikers. I have 3 U-turners, but that's not accounting for Baton Pass on Screamtail, Baton Pass on Glaceon, Chili Reception on Slowking. I like the team. It's very defensive. I will give you that. So either I perform really well with it because I'm just fatter than the rest, or I don't perform well because my offense is kind of lacking. But I think with Meow and with Typhlosion, Kratos can be very offensive too. Like, oh, sure, it's defensive and it can be a spinner, but it can just run the standard bulk up set with, with booster speed. It can be Choice Scarf, it can be Choice Band. I have Glaceon with 130 special attack. Do not underestimate my Glaceon. Yeah, I like my team. It's different than what I usually get. Usually I get some Dragon Dance spam, but it still feels like a Dries team. Like I have Corviknight and I have Gliscor, which are two of my top five favorite mons. I have mons I always wanted to use in Meow and Great Tusk. Sure, I used Screamtail before and didn't love it, but eh, it's there. It gets a second chance. In life, you deserve a second chance sometimes. So if you want to see my full team again, I'm a very professional YouTuber, guys. Look at this. Editing. Definitely not scrub word. No, 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 no. So yeah, this is my full team. You can see the Terras again. Terra, Fire, Fairy, and Grass for my Typhlosion. Dragon, Fairy, and Water for my Diplin. And Ice, Fairy, and Water for my Glaceon. Triple Fairy. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. I, trust me, I am fun. Even though my team looks very fun to me, I have heard it doesn't look fun from others. But it will be fine. It will be fun. We're going to have fun. Guys, good as fun, right, Vinny? So yeah, this is my draft analysis for my MMC team. Week one is, I think, this Saturday for me. I think I scheduled with my opponent, with Wolf. I'm looking forward to that game. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I hope my commentary during the games is as chaotic as this is for me, because I'm new to this. Bear with me. Okay, guys, see you later. Bye.